yow kay ñàkk nga sa place ba kay ñàkk nga ko
ñàkk naa ko de
ah non xaw ma demal ko place ba kay lu ma wax moom
nii lañ mën a naxante ba am dara ko gay bàyyi nañ leen de dal leen rek dina baax
Pape Matar Sarr moo ma ko gënal woon fii man mi ngi def retour bu gaaw sa si mbile bi
Sénégal day gagné match bi
Voilà. Mais ça ne me ressemble pas. Tu vas voir, je peux faire bien mieux. Ne bouge.
fulla fayda moo amee fulla fayda kenn du la yee fulla fayda moo amee fulla fayda kenn du la yee fulla fayda moo amee fulla fayda kenn du la yee Senegal, meglio della terra, marodi dai gate. Calore wanna give love, belli c'hanno lo gemendi, Omar Gaise, amana ci non una nuova, non fatica.
Commissaire amul benn problème. Bosam bi dafa dox.
This is quality build-up from the Senegalese.
laalu ko de mais su ko laaloon mu yàqu de. su ko laaloon dañ koy ruus de.
Like you see now, that's how they come up. Go back in his own half, but defensively is unyielding. Marcelo with a misstep manages to recover in time as he gets there ahead of Jackson. Now Savani goes it through, but Zazuli is behind Mendy. Zazuli.
Allah xam na ne Mamadou Sarr bii booy bii bu ñu ko jàppalee lu Koulibaly def ci équipe nationale bi booy bi mën naa def lu ko gën a garaaw booy bii lu fi Koulibaly def mën naa def lu ko gën a garaaw man maa la wax.
lii keneen la ci man fukk.
da koy def de ana attaquant bi.
xoolal du ko carton nag léegi du carton de.
kii kaful réewul xolal muñ sax doo gis mu def muñ yaa Esay naari ñoom ñëpp nee nañ teg Maroc bu ñu dugalee force dañuy jël bi billaay wala maa la ko wax baax baax non du dugal
Senegal again from the set piece. It's a little too
baax na.
to get over it. Characteristic from the Mikavano, who's usually
Cissé dal ko taaj lu mu leere moo ñu ñamal ko Abi dem na bay tiré bàyyi. Ah, voilà, Sénégal ci taxawal. Mais delloo ko rek.
You wouldn't believe he's getting his first start playing in the Cup of Nations final. Manchester get rid of this on the
Mendy yow taxawal rek Mendy taxawal.
Mendy mi ngi mel ni ko am pression quoi na
dem ba jeex.
I've been used to this duel.
Ah.
Boy, we need a man. Really surely up to the Senegalese side because the build-up of the back has been very good and defensively they've been
Amoon ñëw bi ñëwul français.
That's fair.
Yeah, ñëwul français.
It's been tricky sometimes. Here's Brian Diaz, an opportunity with a little space ahead of him, but closed out quickly by Ghana again. First real sign we've seen of creeping play up on the overlap down the right flank. Brian Diaz. He wants it. Brian Diaz.
Ah, doo am Iliman Ndiaye sa wet.
No, he pulls to get back to Messina. He obeys. Save on. Ball from Messina, lovely. Just beyond the half-hour mark, Morocco with a very handy set piece.
Dafa bàyyi tànk.
Because so far, it's fair to say the Moroccans have been slightly dominated by the Senegalese. As Azuri stands over this, Messina and El-Khabi have a little discussion. Two tall men, both with tremendous stories of Brazilians that have shone to prominence, stand on the verge of history with Morocco tonight. Villeneuve among those just off. There's Azuri. Two-player wall, four-line up for Morocco towards the near side and shift towards the back post now, and it's currently left by the defence. Juvenal that through, and it'll be a goal kick. Momentum and opportunity lost.
Barça ko formé. La Masia bi la génn.
Well, it's not into the area already for the Moroccans.
La Masia bi la génn quoi. Zuli la xaw. Abdallah.
prolific set piece takers, excellent set piece takers. Both have overhit set pieces by taking maybe a little adrenaline in the build.
lan mooy problème
Like this, it's intuition. Remember I was saying when I said this game it's all about the head. That's it. A little bit of pressure here for Morocco. It'll be a free kick for Senegal. Kamada is overrun slightly, take it quickly. Out to the near side. Mendy, the pressure on his own side. He looks to provide that press on Saab.
waxal nañ ko génne foofu waaw
maane tëdd yi dafa bari li ma métti ci caméra après day génn quoi yeah. jawriñ dafa Pastef Pastef bi moo bëre mais Mendy moo gën a garaaw mais li ma Ibrahim Dia mi terrain Sénégal moom sax dafa mel ne Sénégal moom
ko defee gars yi noppal
na
wàll
dugal mbay Ibrahima Mbaye loolu mooy changement bi lii coup franc la blessé coup franc la faut pas bi mu def quoi faut pas bi mu def
waaye dafa mel ni xam naa ne caméra yi topp nañ ko de ah daa mel ni caméra yi dafa xam ne caméra yi topp nañ ko daa daw ba mu yàgg taw takkal daal
caméra yi koy topp gars yi di ay professionnel Sénégal yoo dem ñoo ay professionnel
waaw Jackson la
Hey,
Jackson jàmbaar la mais Jackson jàmbaar la mais Jackson jàmbaar la.
waaye yow bàyyi leen gars yi wax rek bàyyi leen gars yi wax Jackson. Maane ngay tëkkal leen gars yi Maane da koy business da koy business. mais Sadio Mané fële doo dellu ci photo Sadio Mané bi. Naare da nga jox nga am ci baax. Man gaay yi da koy dugal mu jeex. Amul dara lu fi maye. Naare dañuy am benn dugal mu jeex. Waaw.
léegi tey lii yëpp am na fi.
En tant que Elimane Ndiaye.
en tout cas lii bu doon Sadio Mané dugg ko. non Sadio bi war a yi de.
Sadio Mané moom may
Sadio nga naan
Moussa dañ lay cartonné bu ñu jël carton ñàkk fayda yi. Day sonal défense bi. Camara. Camara da koo dóor Lamine Camara Meni day sóoraale ko
Sends it upfield and it's Azuli chases. Rocco looking to recover.
jawriñ la nekk ci côté jawriñ non changé bul de non bal bi moo ñëw fi moo tax
wala bal bi fële la jóge ñu yóbbu ko foofu quoi buñ koy indi nii football.
Gana def ko ci élémentaire sax.
Why kii du pass kii sa waay ñu dugal waay non waay looy taxaw mbii ni looy taxaw waay kii dafa sonn
dafa sëgg quoi dafa sëgg. dafa sëgg ci bal bi quoi.
Kera arbitre Sénégal am na corner kon ñu gis match bi jeex na tey
waaye boo génnee mel ni kan ngay dugal yow mel ni moo la fës yow nit nga Crémé daa feebar ki waxi dof rek la wax
Bay Maroc final la nga fekk ko bu baax
Even before selling their current one, Homelight's Buy Before You Sell program was a game changer. They were able to buy and sell on their own schedule. It was so easy and they were thrilled.
Solo añade ofertas, compra, añade cashback, compra y obtén cashback. Puedes obtener hasta $260 al año con iPhone cashback en
The Super League is here on beIN Sports. This heat up with the championship round still in sight. They face Tri-Cities tomorrow. Only on beIN Sports. Rises again. Are you ready to feel it? From GA to Venezuela.
Serigne kay toog damay dem de damay xool nii rek Serigne voilà les commentaire voilà chers internautes merci yéen ñi doon suivre live bi fii ci New York Harlem ci locaux yu SCTV gis ngeen sénégalais yi ñu ngi toog depuis boobu ba tey juste pour seetaan match bi supporter les Lions xam naa dañuy bàyyi gars yi ñu analyser première mi-temps bi instant yi nag dem nañu pause xam naa dañuy bàyyi quelques personnes ñu wax nan la ñuy gisee actuellement match baa ngi bëgg a recommencer waat je n'ai pas trouvé de source fiable pour confirmer que xam naa dañuy bàyyi non bii la woon xam naa dañuy bàyyi voilà quoi les gens ñu commenter ñu match bi lat da nga def
maa ngi fi rek
noo gisee match bi tey
dëgër match bi dëgër na waaw match bi neex na instant yi mais pression bi dafa bëri instant yi gars yi il faut que ñu dal xaw a ànd ak seen sang-froid instant yi ñoo éliminé gars yi du genre mais élimination bi bëriwul noonu quoi pourcentage bi ay côté peut-être 2% yooyu la leen Sénégal rawee ci affaire yi parce que
c'est classement bi ak les 11 départs
classement bi c'est pas mal ni ñu ko jàppoon nii ni ñu joué ak Égypte bu ñu ko defee instant yi day baax et j'espère que ça va aller inchallah bu kii bi xaaf mi-temps bi jeexee 1-0 bi day mat.
ok lan nga gis ne war nañ ko defaraat ci deuxième mi-temps bi nii loo xam ne war nañ ko corriger benn erreur boo xam ne gis nga ko te yaakaar nga ne suñ ko corriger bii dana am.
pour instant bi moom instant yi moom vraiment jéem a renforcer waat rek milieu bi quoi milieu bi moo xaw a yaraax ñu jéem a dëgëral milieu bi su milieu bi dëgëree moom day baax.
right
parce que défense bi baax na attaque bi xaw na des tuuti mais suñ corriger tuuti dañ ciy génn waaw.
merci beaucoup merci.
The Zippy sweeper is available on Amazon for $109. But if you save on this you can get it for the special.
voilà gis ngeen réaction la dëgën moom moo nekk directeur u SCTV naa dañuy xool ñu ne si ginnaaw sëriñ laa xaar ma ñëw pour non damay bañ a jug sëriñ kaneen ñëw xaar sëriñ ñëw Déthié naka mënoo gisee match bi tey.
waaw dama tiit Seydina dama tiit billaay dama tiit dama tiit dama gént gu métti gu bon barke sëñ Saliou.
lan mooy sarax bi.
ah xanaa ma yee gerte caaf comme ça doon séddale ci bis bi moo tax ma war ko séddale ci gars yi.
d'accord naka gisee première mi-temps bi man analyse nga.
waaw première mi-temps bi lépp jaamu baax na de macha allah nan gën a jàpp rek dina baax incha allah.
lan nga yaakaar ne suñ ko defee caax yi dana.
ñu def 4-3-3 dina baax.
da ngay Khadija ñoo ngi lay.
ñu ngi lay fay Seydina.
tey gis nañ ngeen tijji fii bàyyi Afrocentric Global Services tey ngeen tijji porte yëpp déplacé bureau yëpp tas ko aménagé ko def ko fan zone ban idée lan moo leen indi initiative bi ngeen def.
bëgg a supporter bëgg suñu réew bëgg nit ñi kontaan ku ne xaj na ci ñu ñëw toog seetaan supporter suñu Sénégal.
mbedd bi sedd na ndax da ngeen a amoon idée bi nga xam ne tey dëkk bi dafa sedd ndax mu ngi sunaw depuis dem.
waaw xam nga wede notification yi moom sonal kenn da ngay xool toog fi nga toog gis xam li war a xew suba nga ñëw toog gis na dafa war a sunaw dafa war a glace nga daal di organiser lu ndaw rek nit ñi ñëw toog.
voilà Gora. maa ngi lay nuyu.
maa ngi lay ziar doom nag.
vous êtes en.
neex na naka wu. waaw mais sant yàlla idée bu nice la lu rafet la quand même parce que ay occasion la yoo xamante ne dañuy jox yenn moment yu formidable pour ñu mën a daje ànd sénégalais surtout enjoy moment yu neex yi ñu nekk incha allah en tout cas lu ñu neex la quand même quoi d'être ici parce que tamit quoi qu'on puisse dire suñu kër la quand même quoi en tout cas alhamdulilah sant yàlla.
ban message nga am pour les Lions.
waaw xanaa peut-être di ñaanal Sénégal yëpp jàmm rek ak di ñaan peut-être ndam am incha allah ñu mën a marqué suñu deuxième étoile incha allah.
merci beaucoup. comme chers internautes bu leen fàttale yéen a ngi en direct ci SCTV xam naa dañuy jël Serigne maa ngi lay ne.
sëñ bi lu mu wax fële Sénégal.
waxul dara.
non xanaa di ngeen ko woo jot leen ko.
toogal nii ma laaj la caméra bi ne la ne. waxuma ci sëriñ bi fële laa bëgg nga toogee ko. waaw wala jafe. après nga jox sëriñ bi non garaawul ñoo ngi fi ak Malick Diassène di responsable politique bu non nekk coordonnateur PASTEF East Coast régional tey ñu dajee fii ci siège su SCTV def fan zone xool la communauté sénégalaise nañ fi dajaloo pour seetaan match bi supporter les Lions ci finalu CAN 2025 bi amee ci Maroc ñu nekk fii ci New York ban réaction nga am ci initiative bi nga xam ne la communauté sénégalaise am.
waaw lii lu mooy asalaamaaleykum d'abord maa ngi nuyu ñëpp di nuyu ñi fi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo fi teew ñëw bokk ak ñun ñëpp di seetaan match bi nekk ci gannaaw équipe nationale li mooy communauté sénégalaise kontaan nañu ci mbooloo bi nga xam ne moom la ñu def lay def ñuy wan ne rek mbooloo moom mooy doole te ñoo ngi ñaan yàlla incha allah fii ak incha allah yàlla may ñu ndam voilà.
ñu xaar deuxième partie bi ak ngeen koy commentaire.
voilà ñu defal la commentaire bu gën a yaatu.
all right léegi micro bi dama koy bàyyi fii lépp réaction bu ngeen bëgg a def man ngeen ko jàllale.
amul benn problème ndax liñ gisagun dal na xel. ma ne ko liñ gisagun dal na xel.
Olympic sport, and so much more. Watching premium sports was never so easy. beIN Sports Extra. Free sport, 24/7. The obsession to conquer, the eternal glory, never ends. South America's best. The legends. The future stars. In a new season. The most important continental tournament returns. Copa Libertadores 2026. This February, exclusively. All matches live. Only on beIN Sports.
Back to beIN Sports and remember the Women's African competition starts in March 17th through April 3rd, right here on beIN Sports. The Women's African competitions, Morocco 2024.
beIN Sports broadcast of the Africa Cup of Nations is presented by Western Union.
Every family is a team. Every player is a woman. The one who keeps the whole team moving. The defender who always has your back. The coach with all the wisdom. The one who can score with a single touch. And the long-range specialist. Even from afar, you can score for your team. Send them money with Western Union. The cash pickup in minutes.
It's in. When you think work, you think boots. You think boots, you think any day with the same number of toes you started with. Because you're thinking heavy equipment. You think heavy equipment, you think construction. You think construction, you think welding, torching, and hammering. Without the smashing, punching, and scorching. Now you're thinking on your feet. When you think feet, you're thinking boots. You think boots, you're thinking airlift. This is Scuba,
It's a better way to watch ESPN and other top sports networks. Plus, get coverage of your local teams all year long. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Introducing Stergo, the only repair with adjustable medical-grade support, engineered with high-strength cables to reinforce the body, designed to help you overcome injuries, minimize pain, and regain the confidence to get back out there. Learn more at Stergo.com.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
The global partner of AFCON 2025.
Welcome back to the Sports. Beautiful shot in the stadium. And halftime, we'll see if there's any subs. In the second half of the crew window. Halftime. No subs so far in the game. Started from Morocco, we're saying. Only one that started on once. Did it in 1976. This is going down as a 2025 tournament, even though it's finishing in 2026, so it would be 49 years between wins if they should win it. Give me, of course, one almost everything. With Paris Saint-Germain last season wants to add this one to his record, and it would be a great starting piece in a World Cup year for the very tough Moroccan national team. They will be a mighty opponent in the World Cup. Trying to group with Brazil. And a surprise Scotland, which I will pick as one of the surprises in the World Cup, hopefully. We'll see what Scott McTominay and company can do in the World Cup in the most difficult group of the entire tournament. A little bit of tape there for Niakate. It's almost starting, so they need to hurry up. Wrist injury maybe for the center back from Senegal. It appears that there's no subs. Morocco the other day in the semifinal versus Nigeria, they didn't make any subs. They made 70-something, and they even kept subs for the overtime, for the extra time. So we'll see what happens. Everything ready for the second half of football.
Jean-Jacques Ndala, 38-year-old referee from Democratic Republic of the Congo, gets us underway in the second half. Goalless at the break between Senegal and hosts Morocco. Senegal ranked second on the continent, Morocco ranked first. They are playing in this final that yielded no goals in the opening half and no changes at the break from either manager. But Sunday Olise, an AFCON winner alongside. Simply put, finals aren't meant to be played, they're meant to be won.
That's what we used to say to ourselves back in the days. But that notwithstanding, one thing we should also know that these are the two nations that have invested the most in the past decade in youth development. And we can see them now. This makes difference. This is good for other nations to know.
Senegal have had much success across all footballing spheres. Women's team has been much improved. They beat soccer amongst the very best on the continent. to mention their successes with the youth teams as well. But Morocco could sport that as well, as you say, under-20 world champions currently. The women's and men's teams both with huge successes at senior level. The youth successes as well. Multiple finals, if not all titles on the continent.
Well, just last year, the female team lost the final here.
Are you going to remind us who they lost to?
Well, they lost it to one nation called Nigeria.
It was a come-from-behind victory for Nigeria's women's team.
No, I take it back. They lost it to one great nation called Nigeria.
You had to add that in, didn't you? I must commend you on your impartiality throughout this tournament someday, Lisa.
Except for this time, except for now.
Maya Faguer claiming that the final touch was off Sadio Mane. It's been called a goal kick. There's Kalidou Koulibaly, suspended captain of this Senegal side. How he would love to be out on the pitch. The first man to be suspended twice in a tournament. A red card against Benin meant he was suspended for the fixture against Sudan in the round of 16. And the accumulation of yellow cards means he sits out the final as well.
Well, I think he was also injured for this final, so he was going to miss it anyway. But that notwithstanding, Koulibaly is not the youngest anymore.
He remains one of the very best, Kalidou Koulibaly. Hard as nails, a brilliant mind.
And a gentleman, huh?
He is. He's often spoken about very, very fondly. A man whose story goes well beyond football, and that great story of him marrying his childhood sweetheart, Choline Odeno, who incidentally was born on the very same day in the very same town in which he was born. I love those little peculiarities.
That's a match made in heaven.
A match made in heaven in midfield, though. Not one developing between El Enoui and Gana Gay. Mind you, El Enoui and Lamine Camara have got to know each other a lot better in this tournament already. Now it's Gana Gay's turn.
Like I said earlier at the beginning, the midfield is going to determine who dominates this game. And so far, the midfield has been dominated by the Senegalese so far, slightly.
There's Messina. Saibari working the ball out wide. Mazraoui. It's a through ball. Saibari again looking to get involved. And it's eventually brought under control in midfield by El Enoui, who crosses over into the Senegal half. Mazraoui started this tournament as right back, is now playing his more familiar left back role. Delivery in toward the back post and nodded away. It's out for the corner though to Morocco. El Kabi was hopeful that the delivery might make its way to him, but Diouf with the touch that proved unsuccessful for Morocco.
Crucial touch, no? Because I think the ball was going straight to the Moroccan had he not made an intervention.
Hakimi, delivery, back post. It was a leap from Aguerd, but just over his head, so Mane will keep it in play. El Khanous now waits for the ball back towards him. El Khanous, diagonal. Mane and Hakimi nearly coming together. The call. There's a corner. Mane protests. Hakimi stands over this one. El Enoui just off in a pocket outside the penalty arc. Hakimi, delivery, decent looking as well. Touches the head of Messina, recovered by Ezalzouli inside the penalty area. Morocco still have numbers now. Ezalzouli skips away from two. Saibari with a snapshot attempt that deflects off the shins of Iliman Ndiaye. And again, Senegal stands stoically. Saibari getting involved once more in the build-up. Opportunity, square ball, cut out brilliantly by the 20-year-old Mamadou Sarr. In his first start at this Africa Cup of Nations, he has stood up remarkably. But a man who's got it in his genes.
Well, you can see from there the timing, the intelligence, the positioning. He read that well.
Well, his father, Papsar, would be particularly proud. Over 50 appearances Papsar made for Senegal, including playing in the AFCON final in 2002.
Free kick Morocco. And believe me, that was back in the day when you didn't have too many games to play. So making 50 calves for the father, but this one here, yeah, I think this was a foul because he stood in between the men.
I should say Papsar played at the tournament in 2002. Helped Senegal to the final, but missed the final through suspension and that red card against Nigeria. This touch from
Dizzy Head, I was saying, crucial.
Well, Diouf's been outstanding so far, as he was in the semi-final against Egypt, where he denied Mo Salah any touch inside the penalty area. He denied him a successful dribble, and he denied him an opportunity to take a successful shot as well.
Yeah, that
was outstanding.
That was where I was very impressed with the way he was able to manage that.
Now, delivery to come. Some can't watch. We get another moment for Africa to hold its collective breath. As Azuli and Hakimi, side by side, stand over it. As Azuli runs over it, Hakimi will strike. 4 men. None will receive as the wall stands firm and deflects off Jai and away.
Well, I have a feeling it's looking as if the Moroccans have stepped up their act a bit now in the second half.
A few players warming up for Morocco. No one player in particular. Hamza Gamen, Soufiane Rahimi. It's more the attacking players, Youssef Nesiri, who are warming up, so the intention will be clear from Regagi should he make changes. He's likely to make attacking changes, it seems. Brahim Diaz attempts to get on the end of this one, but it's recovered by Mane. Back to Diouf.
That should be intelligent. By bringing the strikers, you don't disturb the defensive organization and the network you already have in place.
Hakimi looking for Saibari, but it's picked up by Iliman Ndiaye. Thrown forward by Mendy, a little space opening up. Ganagay looks to feed Jackson, who's on the sprint. Very little support. Lamine Camara comes forward now for Senegal. Jackson breaks away, down he goes. It looks like Mazraoui holding on to his mouth as he's down in the penalty area.
That looks pretty serious to me. It looks as if he fell on the opponent.
With that, the referee has brought a halt to play.
Well, it's a head wound, and the rule says you have to stop the game. Let's see that from that angle. Boy.
Looked like a little brush of the face in the build-up to the moment that they made contact with one another. And Tony wins. Play will get back underway from a drop ball because the ball was still in play when the referee stopped the action. Niakhaté, Ganagay. Out wide. Mendy looks to combine with Iliman Ndiaye. Now this is interesting. Papke is just moving a little further forward for Senegal.
Yep. Trying to push the Moroccan defense further back.
There's Lamine. Under pressure from Elanoe. Free kick Senegal.
Well, I think both teams know now that any team that scores a goal now stands a 75% chance of winning the game. Anything that scores before the 60th minute in a nil-nil encounter.
Lamine Camara under pressure from Elanoe. Free kick goes the way of Senegal. It's taken short by Niakhaté. Mendy out wide, receives from Ganagay. Idrissa Gueye, more formally, but everybody knows him as Ganagay. Mane gets away from Brahim Diaz, unleashes the pass as well. Diouf cross into a danger area that skips past 2 Moroccan players. Mane in the area, a little breakthrough, dances past 2, and it's cut out eventually by Mayafagé.
Very good defending, but that is very good defending. The fact that they were able to double up against him, but that was a beautiful pull-out. Couldn't find the man, but Mane continued the pressure. Yeah, that was very good doubling up.
Virtually no Africa sees the ball deflected away. Lamine Camara stands over this. His last set piece was rather overhit. Niakhaté among the tall players forward. That man too, the 20-year-old Mamadou Sarr. He's never scored a senior goal at club level nor at international level. At junior international level he has. Can he change that here? Delivery in, looked decent, but again it's defended, this time by El-Kabi. And the work ball back is comfortably claimed by Bunu, who looks to send Ezalzouli on his way. Saibari will keep it in play, only just. Both these sides looking to take enormous strides towards historic cup crowns. For Senegal, a chance to win 2 in the last 3 editions. For Morocco to win 49 years, 10 months and 5 days after they last claimed the crown in 1976. Bilal El Khanouch, delivery square, put wide by El-Kabi.
That was the best opportunity to score in the encounter.
And he knows
What a well struck, pinpoint, just in the running path of the striker. Well played up ball.
Bilal El Khanouch, Brahim Diaz.
He didn't need to open his legs. Sorry, he didn't to open his feet.
So Brahim Diaz deliberately left that ball. I think he knew precisely where El-Kabi was. But a delightful ball, perfectly weighted, and El-Kabi, who has the ability to score with a natural instinct.
He did not need to open his feet when he struck the ball.
Yeah.
Just had to just...
That's very unlike a man with such great predatory instincts. Looking for his 4th Africa Cup of Nations goal. Jackson with a flick on, Hakimi with a collision. He and Massina come together, and now Massina looks to be limping, and Hakimi is asking him questions as play continues. El Khanouch again forward, and Edouard Mendy, 5 years ago, named the FIFA best goalkeeper, up against Yassine Bonu, who's twice been named Africa's best. The man who's won the Zamora Trophy in Spain for the best goalkeeper in terms of goals to games conceded. Away by Massina, nodded down. Njai back to his defence. Niakhaté. Garagay. Under real pressure, and eventually it tells, but he's managed to win the throw-in for Senegal.
He was alone against 3 players, and was still able to get a positive result with that. Extremely talented player.
French-born, raised to prominence in England. Seeking a way through, 3 lining up. It's just over the head of Nicholas Jackson. It was marshalled by Aguirre. The ball bounces harmlessly in the areas, left to go out of play. An hour has come and gone. No goals as yet in this Africa Cup of Nations final. It's been a match of enormous intensity, and this, perhaps the most golden moment of them all, missed by El-Kabi.
All you have to do, you see it? The moment he opened the foot, he put it out. He just had to keep it closed. But then the pass was well struck.
Ayoub El-Kabi, goals just roll off his boot with fabulous inevitability. But in this final, maybe just a moment of pressure, of something. There is much at stake. The stakes at their very highest, the pressure at its peak, poise required, trophy on the line, and more, and more. Mane. Sa. Back in midfield. Lovely touch by Lamine Camara again. Forward by Ghana Gabe. Papke. Back to Niakate. Released quickly under pressure from El Kawi. Sa. Mendy. Back with Niakate. Diouf. Goes by El Hadji Malik Diouf these days. Brahim Diaz. El Kawi. Chance now. El Kawi close down. Still alive. Back post and swept wide. How is it not happening for Morocco? They can't believe that these opportunities are not being put away.
Great run by Diaz here. And he played him on the right moment. Yeah, the first touch was good. Oh, that was really close. But great defending, putting the body in between the man and the goal.
Second chance.
Totally missed it. Totally missed it.
Al-Kabi knows that he's missed a couple of glorious chances. He's not the only one who recognises that. Head in hands moments. A few fuming words as well from Adam Messina out of screen. In your screen there, the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, watching on. It's a tournament that he's witnessed almost every game. His travels have been immense and intense. But he finds himself having overseen a tournament that has witnessed 120 goals so far, the highest scoring Africa Cup of Nations tournament ever.
It's been impressive, the quality of the game. Don't you think the infrastructure has something to do with it?
It's been outstanding.
It's been outstanding.
And again, I can't say enough about the quality of these pitches. And it really has seen the cream rise to the top. Africa's top two teams in the final, and it's no mistake. It's no upset, it's no surprise given the quality of these pitches. Yassine Bono in goal, managing to inch his way towards a record 6th clean sheet in a single edition and a 12th overall. Edouard Mendy in goal for his Senegal side, looking for his 11th clean sheet and a 5th in this tournament. That ball just ahead of Diouf. Unable to keep it in play. It'll be a throw into Morocco though, right near their corner flag, so Senegal can stay high. Off the side of the boot, and that might work out kindly for Senegal. It nearly does. Mazraoui with the ball cleared away, picked up by Mendy. Mazraoui though with a grand interception, gets the pass away. Ezalzouli, El Kabi. Back to Ezalzouli, he's got pace, but he's got Mazraoui on the overlap as well. Space for El Khanous. Brahim Diaz in behind him, looks for Hakimi, and that's delightful. Morocco, flamboyant, fast.
Beautiful counter-attack from the Moroccans. Each run was ahead, the man with the ball, and that made it possible for it to be fluid. Look at this, every run is in front of the man with the ball.
The unmistakable Rabat roar. We're just about 20 minutes down in the second half. No goals as yet, but Morocco believe, the fans believe. They stand up for the corner. Hakimi wants to take it. Aguerd waits.
This final is on now. No more waiting, everybody. Both teams are not trying to win it.
Back post and nodded over by Diouf. Out for the corner it goes again. Diouf stays down. Oh, this looks to be a nasty injury. A clash of heads. Medical attention is racing onto the park.
Oh, this is direct head-to-head. Ooh.
direct head to ball. Really struck it. Oh, and the one taking it from behind, normally, just is the one that is hurt the most.
The likes of Sufyan Amrabat and Roman Sait among those watching the replays are anguished by what they see. It's a clash of heads, and again, nothing malicious. This is part of play. This is what can sometimes happen.
Not malicious at all. He was going for the ball.
Clearly,
there was no way to see it.
two players simply going for the same ball. With the clearance under pressure. Illinois showing his courage in trying to reach that ball first. This also sums up the physical intensity of this game.
We need both of them to stay on. This game does not need it. If we're going to have changes, let it be changes that are of intent, of tactical changes by the managers, not of this. Oh, you can see here, no, this is. Wow.
Illinois.
Well, at least one seems to be looking okay.
Diouf is sitting up.
Yeah,
Illinois is still receiving a great deal of medical attention. It seems as if we are going to have some changes. Illinois, though, has played every minute of this tournament so far. He'd be among the last players to want to leave the pitch. Mendy, though, might have spotted something and comes over to discuss that very point with his coach, Cho. He's run 50 metres to have this discussion.
Now this sums up the Senegalese team, the relationship with the manager and the players. The time they took and the way they were, I was just looking at them, the way they were talking to one another. There's mutual respect and confidence in the manager.
Royal Moroccan Football Federation President Fouzi Lekjo watching on. He's overseen much success in Moroccan football.
Oh, this is...
It's a clear coming together. And again, nothing malicious. It was simply two players attacking the same ball.
In the final. So you can imagine the intensity.
Senegal side that are looking to continue their incredible run. This is their 18th match since the Africa Cup of Nations final in 2019. They've lost exactly none of their AFCON matches since going down to Algeria in the 2019 final. Morocco, though, are a side unbeaten for effectively 2 years in international football. This is their 27th match in succession in which they're hoping not to be defeated by their opponent. 2 draws and 24 victories in that time. Can they round out a win that would not only secure them another notch in that tremendous unbeaten run, but indeed perhaps the greatest glory for this golden generation. Well, the good news is Illinois is sitting up. Man who's earning his 13th cap tonight, but it's his 7th appearance in this Africa Cup of Nations tournament Sunday. It means he's played over half of his international career in this tournament alone.
That's pretty impressive, and almost in the same stadium.
True.
Because they've played 7 games here.
We've got 20 minutes to go to the 90-minute mark. There is still much football to be played. Play will get back underway from a corner kick to Morocco. But it seems as if they are going to have to make a change. Morocco, heavily bandaged, is Neil Illinois. But he is sitting up. And there will be head injury assessments done on the player. Certainly hope.
I hope for the young man that he can continue.
It's looking not quite as promising as he would like. The medical team just looking around. There's still
a little uncertainty. Senegal are going to be the first team to make the change, though, and the change that they're going to make is a very exciting one in Ibrahim Mbaye, who turns 18 next Saturday. He'll be making his way on shortly. Well, not through the bandage, and again the medical attention required, the Roma man.
That is not looking too good, I must confess. Yep. He might need some stitches.
Again, just in the build-up to that, though, I mean, El Hadji Malik Diouf, who goes by El Hadji Malik Diouf, not to be confused with El Hadji Diouf, yeah, the very first Senegalese player to be named African Men's Footballer of the Year. He's in attendance, sitting in amongst some of the African legends, some European legends, some world legends, and indeed a couple of actors as well, Idris Elba and Omar Sy, deep African roots, two very fine actors indeed. Idris Elba had a host of roles over the years, and Omar Sy in one of the most watched foreign movies of all time. There's Ibrahim Mbaye. Now, this man's a star in the making. His coach knows it, so does his clubmate in Ashraf Hakimi, the opposition captain tonight, who has taken the young Mbaye under his wing. Now, this is a good sign in the sense that Arenoui is simply replacing his blood-stained jersey with another match jersey.
That means he's continuing.
And that sums up his will, his ambition, and it sums up this tournament as well. Among these players are some of the continent's wealthiest athletes. But tonight, in this fixture, one match, one team has a chance to achieve what money can't buy, and that is belonging, its legacy, its identity, and maybe a shot at immortality as well.
The only way you are a national hero is when you bring trophies back home. Not by winning titles with the club sides.
Now frustration starting to boil over. Messina down on the turf, and the referee, it seems, has some work to do. I can tell you in the meantime that Mbaye has been pulled back. Ismail Assar and Abdoulaye Seck have been called forward by Papcho as well. Seems his changes are going to be three-pronged. Jackson and Messina getting to know one another a little better.
That's been going on. That's been going on pretty almost the whole game. We saw them already in the corner kick earlier on.
From the corner, steered away. It'll be recovered by Morocco, who chip it toward the back post. It'll be left. That's great communication from Mendy. He called leave loud and clear. Illinois wants to continue.
I thought he had changed his jersey earlier on.
He's going to make his way back on now. And it's a rousing, heroic welcome as he makes his way back onto the park. Here's Diouf, who continued to make impressive clearances. The referee, though, says it's not taken from where I expected it to be taken from. Everyone turning around and asking questions, including Mendy. Now takes it back. There's Ismail Assar. Behind him is young Ibrahim Mbaye, whose mother is of Moroccan descent. Sentimentally put aside in the family for just a few minutes.
Believe me.
Scrambling moments. Big bump in midfield. Referees just play on. Faguer and Nicholas Jackson coming together. Here's Elkanous, can't keep it in play. 15 minutes to the 90. Senegal look like they want to make the changes.
I wouldn't be surprised if they'll be taking off Jackson.
So, the changes to come. Oboyele Tom is standing by. The fourth official holding up his board. Abdoulaye Seck is going to make his way on for Mendy. We're in the start in the absence of the unwell Pep Diata. Another change, we'll see Lamine Camara make way. And on in his place, Ismail Assar, the 27-year-old Crystal Palace man who's not unfamiliar to winning titles. He won the FA Cup and the Community Shield with Crystal Palace, victories over Manchester City and Liverpool. And Iman Guy is another player making way. This is maybe the personal one in the sense that he's been putting a lot of pressure on the Moroccan defence, but a star in the making in Ibrahim Mbaye makes his way on.
I'm really surprised that Jai is going on.
I was with you. I was thinking Jackson too. In your head, you get a sense. Jackson now with the touch, brings it out towards Mane. Hakimi and Mane come together, ball out of play, Senegal throw. Sergio Mane. Free kick to Morocco. Called by the assistant referee on the near side, Ilan Gila. His referee trusts him. Puffs on the whistle to signal free kick to Morocco. Okabi back on his feet straight away. Comes to the far side, Mazraoui, little flick on. Decent looking ball in towards Isel Zuli. Back with Mazraoui. Happy to maintain possession here, Morocco. Marcina and Aguerd side by side, passing the ball between one another. Under pressure now from Mane and Jackson. Marcina. Will be a free kick to Morocco though. There's Mendy. He played his part. He had a grand old role today. Did man who's spent much of his time at Nice.
I've been actually impressed with what he's done. I think he's played very well.
That's Oussama Tarkhalin. He's going to make his way on shortly for Morocco, it seems. Youssouf Nesiri as well has got the matchday jersey on, and that might spell the end of El Kaabi's evening. A few opportunities that he would love to have again. Such is the nature of the sport. That will not happen. Brahim Diaz. Sorry.
Totally understandable, because
Hakimi, corner Morocco, pressure down the right.
I was saying totally understandable, because at this moment now you need to bring in strikers. You need to try to turn the tide now. None of these teams who want to go to a penalty shootout, believe me. So I think the offensive option is what they'll be looking at doing now.
Morocco want to make the changes here, and El Kaabi is going to make way. Carman to the 3 goals he scored at this tournament. 3 stunners, 2 spectacular overheads. He makes way for En-Nesyri, who is looking to score at 5 African Cup of Nations tournaments. Oussama Tarkhalin makes his way on for Bilal El Khanous. The Stuttgart man on loan from Leicester City is off. And Tarkhalin of Rotterdam club Feyenoord in the Netherlands makes his way on, earning his 11th cap. Fine midfielder. Play to get back underway from the corner, and again there's a little niggle between Massina and Pape Gueye. Hakimi prepares to feed. Back post, there to be struck, straight at Mendy, no harm done. Edouard Mendy bringing this under control.
Yeah, directly. Not a bad idea to hit it direct. That could get the element of surprise. But with the necessary coming in, you can be rest assured that the Moroccans now are going to try to use the finishing touch of pullouts. Crosses, they're going to put in so much crosses in.
Well, that's what you want. You want that aerial presence. Some of those grand-headed goals of his over the years against top teams like Spain and Portugal, even at the World Cup.
Yeah, it was his header that took out Belgium. So.
Delivery here in towards Jackson, and the pressure is Hakimi a little. Up for the corner it goes, or throw it goes. One near the corner flag.
No, that looks more like a goal.
Yep. Call is a Moroccan throw. Sadio Mane.
I think the delay by the linesman to decide where is creating a lot of uncertainties.
I think you got it spot on though, the assistant on the near side.
He did, but the delay, that's what's causing the uncertainty.
Bono brings it under control. Illinois. Well, if you sum up battle and resilience, it's man Illinois tonight. He's the poster boy for resilience that Morocco have shown. Free kick to Senegal, but it needs to be taken from where the infringement occurred. When did the players start thinking about the possibility of extra time?
Well, believe me, there's so much to do, you don't think of it. Normally, you don't really think about it. You kind of like, especially in the final, it falls on you.
Morocco haven't lost a competitive match at home since 2009. And to put that into perspective, the likes of Rigobert Song was still playing when it happened. Rigobert Song in the lineup for Cameroon on that evening in Fez when they defeated Morocco 2-0. I think it was Eto'o and Akile Webo who scored, if memory serves. Well, that's the last time Morocco lost a competitive match at home. Senegal know they're up against it.
Impressive.
That said, for all their successes, it's still been nearly 18,500 days since they last won the Africa Cup of Nations.
50 years, huh?
That's a long time. Delivery is too strong. Away by Hakimi, who goes down under a push from Mane. Free kick goes Morocco's way. Sprawled on the turf is Hakimi, but he won't mind.
Smart play. Not a bad cross anyway.
Just going to say, I mean, for a 17-year-old Mbaye to get there and then deliver shows some promise as well.
Quite impressive.
But if you're not familiar with Ibrahim Mbaye, you've got a chance to see him playing some youth football. The youngest ever player to start a match for PSG, was even younger than Florent Emery, who was only 16 a few years ago when he was at the time the youngest. But, he's played in a few finals, but he's been involved in a few finals without necessarily getting on the park as well. He was an unused sub in the UEFA Champions League final against Inter as PSG won. He was in the Coupe de France final a week earlier as well as they won. He didn't play, but he was the youngest player to ever win the Super Cup when he came on against Tottenham Hotspur in August last year. I think he betted Ryan Giggs' mark. But what I'm saying, Sunday Elise, is that he's 17. He's already won Liga, Coupe de France, FIFA Intercontinental Cup, UEFA Champions League, and the UEFA Super Cup.
And it's just at the beginning.
He's not yet 18.
Not 18 yet, but that's what you get when you play for top sides like Paris Saint-Germain in France.
Here's Brahim Diaz, top player as well. Quality all round, leading scorer in the tournament, looks to provide. It's worked away by Sarr and nicely towards Mbaye, who flicks on, but pass incomplete. Targelin now under pressure from Jackson. Mane comes striding through, gets past Delaney, sees the space, opening up and Barnes calling for the ball to come his way. Closed down by Mazraoui. A loose ball. Opportunity gone for Senegal. Jay fails to hit the target.
Well, the pass to open play by Mane was really important here. That was decisive. Oh, he was already falling backwards when he struck the ball.
Well, it's one of those matches that is filled with entertainment and quality without necessarily producing any goals. Now, Massina, this doesn't look good for Massina. Hakimi saying time to change the player. Yeah. So they're going to have to make a defensive switch. Adam Massina down. Like El Kabi, who has just been substituted off for Morocco. When you consider their stories, El Kabi arose from a carpenter's bench when he left school at 15 to become the great penalty area predator that he is. He built his dream with calloused hands, trying to support his family, and he's chasing glory for Morocco tonight, and for Messina as well, as El Yamik gets the jersey on. A man who suffered great loss when his mother died shortly after he was born. He was displaced. He has suffered disappointment. He was given a second chance by being adopted in Italy, and now he's providing leadership and defensive steel for a Morocco side on the brink of something glorious. He's crossed continents and identities, and now he's part of this composed heart that has not seen a goal in open play in 10 months of international football.
Unbelievable.
I mean, different journeys, but same destinations for so many players. And I could say the same about Senegalese players. I mean, when you consider Sadio Mane played barefoot ball on the Bambali streets in years gone by, and how he's now risen to lift an entire nation. He's gone from grief to resistance into destiny, and he's shared his success so marvellously with all around. He's built schools and hospitals and mosques, post offices, other infrastructure as well, and provided such hope for communities. So the substitution takes place. Adam Massina off injured, the Torino man, and he leaves the field with a face that tells the story of massive disappointment. There are tears in his eyes. On in his place, Jawad El Yamik. Roman Saiss still sits. Came into this tournament with a bit of an injury. Struggled with that injury in the opening game.
That should be expected. It's been a full month, a whole month.
Jackson overruns it slightly, pulls it back and by, with a chance here for Senegal. His mother might come from Moroccan stock, but he is not in any way sentimental, it seems. Proudly representing Senegal and just inches away from giving Senegal a late lead in this game. Look at this. Back line, Morocco for a chance as Azuli, tight angle, hits the wide. Under very, very solid pressure. Abdoulaye Seck driving it wide.
Both teams trying to win this now. They don't want to get to the extra time, and they want to try to knock it into the target. Not too far out if you look at it once again, especially this one. Oh, this is great goalkeeping by Bono here.
Yassine Bono hasn't had many saves to make, but those he has made have been stellar. 2 tonight, and full stretch. Right boot to deny Iliman Jai in the first half, and then this one to deny Ibrahim Baye in the second half. Keeping Morocco in this final. 8 minutes of additional time as we hit the 90-minute mark in the stadium. Still, the Rabat crowd is roused Senegal pile forward. Timely touch from El Yamid. Steers the ball away from danger. Two players were waiting behind him, Jackson and Mane.
If he didn't touch that ball, I think it was going to be wrong.
Calling it correctly, Senegal in disbelief.
Assist to be expected.
Part of the side that won in 2021. There are 10 members of that squad here, but remember he was injured very early in the tournament. A couple of substitutions now, and it's a interesting one in Jackson making way for a man who scored twice off the bench in this tournament.
This particular change could be decisive because the Moroccan seems to be struggling for the first time in the whole tournament defensively. And bringing in the first leg, as I was expecting earlier on, we see the damage.
Ismail Sabari is going to make way for Morocco. Around making way. He's bringing on a birthday boy. Anas Salahuddin turns 24 today. They are teammates at PSV. And now they exchange places. Anas Salahuddin on his birthday with an opportunity to win a continental crown 50 years on from his country's last. Oh, can you imagine the birthday celebration? That would be one of the great stories. Mendy steering it away. I mean, he's another whose story is one of tremendous resilience. He was standing in unemployment lines a dozen years ago when he was released by a lower tier French club. And now finds himself as one of the very best, not only in the continent but in the world. Maybe a chance for Morocco. Pressure piled on. Delivery in towards him. Nesiri steered away to safety. Nesiri flirting with that offside line, but Salahuddin looking for the dangerous striker. Now Turkish based.
Difficult to see from that angle if it was an offside.
Certainly right on the line. Referee has been accurate throughout this tournament though. Calls it as a corner. Final minutes here. An opportunity to feed. Back post. Steered away by Diouf. Kept alive though. Totally. Hakimi. Salahuddin wanted it. El Yamik finds Elenoy. Now Brahim Diaz turns on a moment of magic, but that's a little too heavy. 3 minutes of added time remain.
I wonder what Diaz is complaining.
I think he's feeling there was a touch. Saw it fly over. earlier attempt.
Well struck, really.
Calling for the penalty appeal.
I think he was calling for that.
That's going to be looked at, I'm sure. Brahim Diaz, meanwhile, is making noise. The referee is not allowed play to get back underway, so I think it is being checked.
Okay, that's what Diaz was angry about, because I didn't see anything wrong.
I think you're right. I'm trying to figure out what he was said about.
This could be a turning point in this game going.
Very much so. Now look at the incident again. Arm around the neck, and the referee will go have a look. We are going to see a penalty check. We are 90 seconds away from full time. Brahim Diaz has been tugged off the ball. And does the referee believe that this is a foul? I am finding it very difficult to argue against that being considered anything but.
Me neither, because it looks like there's a child just over the shoulder.
Well, a man who could do no wrong in the semi-final, Haji Malik Diouf, might just have given Morocco an opportunity to claim it late on here. Referee still at the monitor. Behind him is all sorts of chaos and drama. Two technical teams coming together as he looks at the replay again and again. He's made his decision. This could define history. Penalty! I don't think that's the wrong call. I think the referee's got this right.
You can see the hand itself at the leg. Over the shoulder. There was a pull away that obstructed, and that stopped the player from going to the ball.
Senegal closing out a fourth successive final without scoring a goal against the couple of nations. The only other team who's done that is Cote d'Ivoire, but they played this final in which they scored. That was just 2 years ago. Yellow card being out was Tyler Shaw, who protests vehemently. And imagine the pressure now on the penalty taker. You've got the weight of 50 years on your back when you step up.
No, there's no rush at such moments. I think if you've got a penalty that's been given to you, what's applicable to your team, all you have to do is be patient, be calm. In fact, I don't see any reason why the Moroccan players are already in the box.
So Diouf has been cautioned now, and this is the moment that might very well have decided this final, this tournament. There are multiple discussions between players who know one another rather well. There are scuffles in the crowd. And security is needing to deal with an issue on the opposite end of the park. In the meantime, Bunu has had to come out of his goal with chaos behind him. But the players discussing a moment that might prove pivotal.
This is actually not good for the penalty taker, and this is also not good for the image of this competition so far. Because it's been a...
So play will get back underway. From a penalty to Morocco, Edouard Mendy is still shaking his head. The man who's playing... part of the Senegal squad in the final again, having won it in 2021. He wasn't part of the team in 2019 in the shall we say, coaches who have led their respective teams to remarkable success. Indication from the general coordinator as to how this match might progress.
Well, the referee is going to his hands. He has to now wait.
Just a moment again.
Let's look at this. There is a pool. Yeah, of course. You cannot deny that there's a contact. There's a pool.
Well, the indication is, would that be a foul outside the 18-yard area? Good 99 out of 100 times it's going to call the foul. If it's a foul in the penalty area, it is a penalty. That is what the referee has decided. A penalty with only a handful of seconds remaining in added time. There are about 90 seconds remaining in added time to be fair. So it's not quite the last kick of the game, but it does provide Morocco with an opportunity to finish it up from the penalty mark potentially. Now earlier, Senegal had the ball in the back of the net. It was disallowed because of
You can see the outstretched arm that got out of the way. And in this other action here too, you can also see the outstretched arm of the Senegalese player also pulling the Moroccan player down. So now the question is it decisive enough to have a stop that impeded the progression of the player? That is for the referee to decide. That's why he went to the VAR to check that.
Well, the respective coaches are on the field of play for now. They're making their way off. The referee is ushering them to the sideline. There looks to be an embrace between Hakimi and Shaw. Now Hakimi is looking to keep Regragui away from Shaw. They come towards the centre line. Again, Hakimi is looking to try to prove peacemaker, it seems.
The managers have to stay calm. The managers have to keep the players calm.
From a Senegal perspective, the players might feel aggrieved in the sense that they have the ball at the back of the net, it is disallowed, and then they had the clearance, it's been overturned and called as a penalty. You can understand where frustration might build from, but I don't believe the decisions were incorrect. I believe they were spot on.
Neither do I. Neither do I. That's the advantage you have to be able to beat off. It is not as if there was, I don't think there was no contact at all.
The players are again being called from the park. Senegal are marching off. Senegal on the park, he's calling his players back.